Chapter 6. Dark Energy. The dark energy has a totally different source. It is the kinetic energy from the particles or sparticles traveling at high speed from the outer edge spherical shell singularity horizon to the black holes. Currently that energy is about 3 times bigger than that of the dark matter.
Energy and matter distribution in the entire universe. We will have now a closer look at the proportion of energy and matter in our universe. Currently the entire universe consists of 72.4% energy and 27.6% matter. The visible portion of our subuniverse, as part of the entire universe. Our visible subuniverse is here shown as a blue pie section. This is the 4.33% of the visible particle content in our subuniverse. The other 95.67% is the dark energy of our own subuniverse plus the dark matter and dark energy of the other 5 subuniverses, that are all invisible to us. The 4.33% particle content of our entire visible subuniverse. This is the small 4.33% blue pie wedge shown now as a full pie with its particle content. Here is a breakdown of the particle distribution of the 4.33% visible pie section of our subuniverse. Free hydrogen and helium 3.58%. Stars 0.45%. Neutrinos 0.27%. Heavy elements 0.03%. The standard model of particle physics. We will give you now a quick overview of the new particles that can evolve from the original spawned particles by the random quantum fluctuation events function. The 3 generations of matter ferments can be clearly recognized. These original phase-shifted particles behave similar like stem cells in biology, and can develop into any other of the standard model particles and the supersymmetry particles of physics, to form the subuniverses. Dark flow. Besides the dark matter, there is another dark phenomena, referred to as the dark flow. The difference in velocities predicted by Hubble's law and the actual measured velocity of galaxy clusters is referred to in astrophysical term as the dark flow. The dark flow indicated by the colored dots are clusters within one of 4 distance ranges, with redder colors indicating greater distance. Colored ellipses show the direction of bulk motion for the clusters of the corresponding color. Images of representative galaxy clusters in each distance slice are also shown. Image credit, A. Koshlinsky, NASA. Analysis of the 3-year WMAP data coherent 600 to 1000 km per second increased flow of clusters toward a 20-degree patch of sky between the constellations Centaurus and Vela was be observed. This could indicate that our galaxy is just a little bit off-center in the SIT space.
Let us review what we have learned so far. First, COEM, or collapsed emptiness, that existed everywhere. At COEM there is always an everywhere, since there is no space-time. Everything is located at one and the same point, since there is no space between the different objects. Chapter 7. Gravitational leakage.
Gravitational forces leak through the black hole's centers into COEM and from there through the CMB into all the other superposed subuniverses. This may be the explanation of the elusive dark matter, dark energy and dark force.
Matter escapes the universe and inverses in the orbit, and into COEM for a very short Planck time. This energy then re-enters the universe from COEM, through the outer edge spherical shell singularity horizon, into the huge inversed part of the black hole that encapsulates and feeds the entire universe with space, time, energy, matter, and forces. Random evolutionary trial and error reject or select filters the correct constants out. Energy will flow through the universe for billions of years, known as dwell time, and parts of it will convert into matter to form the galaxies. So, the universe is the volume, where huge amounts of energies are stored for billions of years. If less matter escapes through the black holes, or more new energy is created with the random quantum fluctuation event process, and this excess energy enters the universe through the outer edge spherical shell singularity horizon, then the universe will grow in total weight, and vice versa, it will shrink. This continuous loop structure is also responsible of the rejuvenation process of the universe. In this rejuvenating process, the entropy for the involved particles are also reset to zero.
Strong gravitational lensing. Here is another observation. The dark matter is present but not seen. Strong gravitational lensing, as observed by the Hubble Space Telescope in Able 1689, indicates the presence of dark matter. In our subuniverse, the dark matter is felt by the excess gravity that leaks through the singularities from the other 5 parallel subuniverses into our subuniverse, as seen in the strong gravitational lensing. From the black hole singularity point to the outer spherical shell singularity is the singularity without spacetime. We will try to visualize now what happens when falling through the black hole, then going through the orbit and the black hole singularity point, and experiencing the quantum inversion warp and random evolution trial and error, reject or select processes, and going out through the outer spherical singularity shell on the other side, and ending up in the plasma soup. Entering black hole, singularity, orbit, quantum inversion warp, random evolutionary trial and error, reject or select, reset entropy to zero, sequestering, outer spherical shell singularity, plasma soup, subuniverse. The part of the loop structure from the black hole singularity points to the outer spherical singularity shell contains the orbit and the 7th aggregate state without spacetime, where the inversion takes place. The outer spherical singularity shell contains the positive gravity force, known to us as anti-gravity, where patches of high energy are expelled into the 6 subuniverses. This is the actual inversion event, being the main point of SIT, and it happens all between the black hole singularity points and the outer spherical singularity shell, as part of the universe loop cycle. Expansion or contraction of our universe. On the outside of our universe is COEM or collapsed emptiness, the zero aggregate state. Black holes point singularity 7th aggregate state are the drainage points for the particles, and are distributed throughout the universe like the holes of a Swiss cheese. This outer spherical shell singularity 7th aggregate state is the event horizon of the inverted singularity, where massive amounts of bosons, in the form of radiation, enter the visible subuniverses. The weight of the entire universe is a function of the total particles entering through the outer spherical shell singularity, minus the total particles exiting through the black hole's point singularity, equals the total weight of the universe 65 times 10 to the power of 13 kilograms. The expansion rate of the universe is a function of total particles in per seconds minus total particles out per second, equals the expansion of the universe per seconds.
The peripheral border or round enclosure you see in the picture is the Hubble horizon, and not a physical border. Inside is a visible Hubble volume bordering with the horizon at a radius of 13.72 billion light-years. On the other side of this Hubble boundary is COEM, but also the neighboring or overlapping Hubble space. We cannot see beyond the Hubble radius due to the fact that that space and the particles are receding with the speed of light away from the location of the observer.
It is suspected that the conversion of matter into kinetic energy may be the cause of the disappearance of spacetime. It is interesting to think about that the structure of energy-time resulted in the Planck constant h, and that h has a relation with the c.
Chapter 8. Dwell time. The photons are converted to mass that form the galaxies with black holes in their centers. To have this loop going, a gravity field covering the entire universe is required. The Higgs boson creates this gravity field. This gravity field has different effect on different particles. Photons are created by the particles and particles that can cross the universe freely and are not under the influence of the Higgs boson field. Photon radiation are converted into mass that conglomerate into galaxies that powers the black holes in their centers. The Higgs boson was found at CERN in 2013 at 125 gigaelectron-volt, between other bosons of 115 and 140 gigaelectron-volt.
To have this loop going, a gravity field covering the entire universe is required. The Higgs boson creates this gravity field. This gravity field has different effect on different particles. Photons are created by the particles' and can cross the universe freely, and are not under the influence of the Higgs boson field. Photon radiation are converted into mass, that conglomerate into galaxies, that powers the black holes in their centers. The Higgs boson was found at CERN in 2013 at 125 gigaelectron-volt between other bosons of 115 and 140 gigaelectron-volt. The situation at the center of black holes is known as the singularity and is in the COEM state. Since all black holes have a singularity and singularities are in COEM and have no spacetime, there is no space between the singularities. They are all connected, and are melded together into a single singularity. The singularity at the center of black holes are also the entrance horizon into the universe. Black hole center has no space-time, all matter is converted to outgoing kinetic energy, aggregate state is COEM, inversion in the orbit, force is converted into ingoing kinetic energy in the form of plasma with radiation.